And Brian's walking through the space in his robe.
I love that. I love that.
Oh, baby, you're on mute. It's okay. We can't hear you. You have to, in the bottom left corner, you have to hit the little speaker thing if you want to say anything.
Hey. I'm dressed up because I just got back from church. What a fascinating experience at church. My priest reaches out to me. He knows I'm a psychic. He knows I'm a medium. He knows I channel Jesus. He loves me. Doesn't matter to him, whatever. So he reaches out and he goes, will you please come to 10 o'clock service? I need you to talk to someone. She has a really dark entity attached to her. I was like, absolutely. I looked around the church and Jesus is like, that one. And I see these two huge entities on her. I'm like, oh my God. So we had a little talky talk. She's going to come be in the class that Claire and Ellen are going to be teaching. It's going to be very, very cool. We did a little psychic surgery. She goes, how come my pain is gone? Always the best question. Best question ever. Where did it go? Is it coming back? So cute. So cute. All right. Well, Laura Lee. Hi, honey. Hi, sweet girl. Aw, so fun on a random Sunday. I love this. All right. So, and Claire just got here too. Okay, great. So everyone, I want to welcome you to Soma Life Sunday. We have a very, very special guest who's going to be leading this amazing event today. My very dear friend, Ellen Stern Kutza. Ellen and I have been friends for, I think, almost 20 years now. She and her husband, Brian, are absolutely two of my favorite people, like, in the universe. And just so everybody knows, we're also live inside of the Soma Life Quantum Living Experience group on Facebook. So hello to everybody who's out there. So Ellen is someone who has been in classes with me since January. She's an extraordinary healer. She works in the field of quantum biofeedback. And she's, as I say in New York, psychic as fuck. She's remarkable. And you guys are going to have such a treat having her here with you today. She's going to be using one of the techniques that I have taught her. This is ancient wisdom that goes all the way back to the temples in Egypt and Atlantis, and definitely not of this earth. So Ellen, please introduce yourself to everybody and welcome.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on this glorious Sunday morning, taking time out of your busy lives. And I just want to welcome each and every one of you and everyone who will be watching for any future events, replaying the recording. Thank you too in advance to your future. I want to give a big shout out, of course, to Lynn for having this amazing school, getting the downloads and sharing the knowledge and wisdom with me in the last year. So I said yes, and everything is opening up. I also want to thank Priyanka and Jill and Claire and everyone else, Joyce, Laura Lee, Danielle. Hi, Danielle. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. I saw you pregnant last time. So it's cool to see this little life that you gave with you. Anyways, so it's just really cool. I got to tell you guys, this is my first live that I'm actually coming and sharing my gifts live to the world. So I'm coming out of the psychic closet. I had to do a lot of clearing on myself. And this morning I told my sister that I was doing it. She was like, oh, well, just be careful. It's almost like my mom was channeling through her, So it was really fun. And that was really big for me because I love my sister so much. And today is her birthday. And I said, I just don't want, my family to think I'm weird. She goes, well, you're our weirdo. You're our weirdo. We know you're weird, but you're our weirdo. So it was really
Here's
cute.
The beautiful thing. Someone called me a weirdo recently, and I absolutely appreciated them saying that. And I looked up the word weird, and it actually includes the definition supernatural. So I'm proud to be a weirdo with you. You're one of my favorite weirdos.
And of course, this is normal to me. And I think that everyone else is weird who doesn't do this. So we all have this beautiful gift and this talent. It is our divine spark for each and every one of us. if we choose to say yes. It's here, it's just waiting, ready for you to show up to you. And maybe it's not for this life. That's okay too. You'll catch it in a future one, or you did it a lot in the past. So to introduce myself, I think that was a big part, what Lynn said. So I've been doing energetic healing work since 2004 with my biofeedback device. I've gone to India, I think 5 or 6 times, and done like so many hours of meditation. It's like the infinity symbol of hours and hours that I spent in meditation. And you can do that. You don't have to go to India to meditate, by the way. You could do that all at home. But when I went, I didn't have a cell phone. I had no outside, interruptions. So it was so much better. And one day I was in meditation for 13 hours a day. If you tell me that you go to other realms and dimensions, you do. This was just by saying ancient Sanskrit mantras. So I was doing certain formulas to open up energy channels and to make a master healer in myself, to bring that gift forward to help planet Earth and all of us creatures on Earth, because Earth needs us now, and we need to take care of the planet that we live on. And I got that little sign from my husband. It's so cute. He gave me a little this. And he's a master, and I live with the most beautiful master on the planet. So we can create anything that we want. My desire when I came back from one of my trips was to clean my womb chakra so I could pull in my beautiful divine mate. And I did that, and I've been with him since 2008, and I pulled the top of the top. So it's like, wow, that was so cool. And I'm still so in love with him and so attracted to him 14 years later. It's like, it's such a blessing to have that beautiful energy right next to me every day. So enough about me. Let's get a volunteer. So today what we're going to do is the first class that Lynn teaches, which I will be teaching with the beautiful Claire, who's right down there in my screen. Wave, Claire, to everybody. She looks like she might be frozen, but she's there. So we're going to be co-teaching.
She's off camera right now. She's not frozen.
Oh, okay. Well, Claire and I are going to be co-teaching a class called Quantum Healing. I almost said the class wrong. I've already taken several of Lynn's classes, and I'm 58, and I just think I know who I am. Well, I discover new things about myself every day. It's so cool. I'm like, this is awesome. And I'm just blossoming more and saying yes to spirit. So this is a big thing for me, guys, being live and coming out of the psychic closet. So you guys are all my virgins with me today. Right. It's so funny. My husband doesn't do Zoom. This is probably his first time ever on a Zoom. So it's so cute. He's like somewhere else in the house. First time. Doesn't know how to unmute himself. So anyways, today hot seat free healing is going to be for one person, and I think Priyanka is going to pick the person. And so we know that I'm not just picking a favorite, because I love everybody. And this person, whoever says yes, we're just going to move some energy. It's the very first class in Lynn's school, and it is the one how to move. We call it psychic surgery, but we're just removing blocked, trapped energy in your body. And this is the foundation for everything. So the next class, if anyone wants to sign up for our class, is doing your Claire, all your Claires, and Claire is going to be working on that one. So this just brings up all your psychic skill set. So you're hearing, you're seeing, you're knowing, you're feeling. And then from there, you go into the Akashic records. So today is going to be a demonstration of the first class. So who would like to volunteer? Or I guess Priyanka pick somebody. Sorry.
So if you're willing to go on live with Ellen, if you're willing to find a place where you have some energy that's trapped physically, spiritually, mentally, or emotionally, if you're willing to be live on Facebook, because we're live on Facebook right now, please drop a yes in the comments, and we will ask Priyanka, who is someone that has been working with me for the past 2 years and is remarkably psychic, even though she may not want to admit that. I out her all the time. And yeah. Spirit will literally tell her the person to pick. And then Ellen's going to take you through this process. So this process is based on Einstein's theory of relativity. You want to talk about that a little bit, Ellen?
Well, everything in motion should remain in motion. Also, the theory of relativity. Well, I just want to say one thing. The reason that Einstein was be able to create and do these things is because he went to the future. He saw it already done, and he came back and brought it forward to now space. And so we will share all those great details when you sign up for the class.
All right, sounds good. So we have Danielle's name is coming up for me. Yeah.
Perfect. That's you know what, my psychic skill is on, because I was going to pick Danielle.
If you can pin Danielle and Ellen to the top so that they're going to show up.
Hello. Oh, okay.
Hi. Hi, Danielle.
Yes, yeah.
Hi, Lynn.
Welcome to your magical healing day. This is so cool that you created this right now. Okay, so our first thing we're going to do is we're just going to start by some nice deep breathing. You can close your eyes if you like. And so we're just giving thanks and gratitude for this beautiful time together as we call in all of our spirit guides, our master healers. We just give thanks for the higher planes of existence where we all reside. And we just give thanks to Danielle for saying yes, and thanks to Ellen for showing up and saying yes also. And so Danielle, with each breath, I just want you to go deeper and deeper into your heart space. As you breathe in and breathe out. And just letting go of all your fears, doubts, worries. And just move right into that heart space with each breath. I'm just going to ask you a series of questions, and I just want you to answer the first question, the first answer that comes to your mind. Just say that answer. Where in your body right now are you feeling any pain or emotions?
I'm gonna say my ear.
Okay.
I have lost my hearing partially, and it's been 2 years, and I still haven't discovered what I'm not listening to, I guess, what I'm not hearing correctly, or what I don't want to hear. I don't know what that is. So that
Right.
would
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, and if we could give this block in your ear color, what color is it?
green.
Green. Thank you. And what shape is it?
What was that?
If you could give it a shape, what shape is it?
A triangle. Just
Triangle. Thank you. And how big is the triangle?
I see it the size of my ear. I don't like, yeah.
Perfect. Does the triangle have any weight to it?
Kind of at the bottom.
Okay. So how heavy is it?
It's like in the right corner. Heavy.
All right, perfect. What temperature is it?
Cold.
Think. Does this green triangle have any sensation or movement to it?
In the middle. It's warm in the middle.
Warm in the middle. Thank you. What material is it made of?
I just see like light reflections,
Thank you.
facets of it.
Light facets. Thank you. What purpose does it have for you? What is its purpose?
Healing.
Healing. Thank you. And what feelings or trapped emotions may be inside of it? We're going to go through them one at a time slowly.
Maybe that I don't know enough, or I'm not listening carefully. I don't.
Okay. Thank you. Let's take a big deep breath into not knowing enough and not listening carefully. So let's just breathe in and breathe out. Thank you. What other feelings or emotions may be trapped inside of it?
Maybe that I'm not being heard, or I need to be heard. I don't.
Okay. Thank you. Let's take a big deep breath into not being heard. Everyone can do a deep breath into that. We all probably don't feel heard at times. Let's all just take a big deep breath as a collective into not feeling heard. Thank you. Danielle, what other feelings or trapped emotions there's inside this green triangle in your ear?
Not enough.
Thank you. So let's all take a big deep breath into not enough. Let's do a second breath on that one to slow it down. Just acknowledging not feeling like we are enough. Thank you. Are there any other feelings or trapped emotions?
No.
Beautiful. Thank you. Now I want you to surround this entire mass with a field of love, some golden light, and let's send it absolute positive regard. And let me know when you've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done that?
Oh, yeah.
Good, perfect. Thank you. And now we're going to move it right out of your body, about 3 feet in front of you. And let me know when you've done that. On our inhale and our exhale, let's just move it right out of the body. It's important always to go right back to the breath work.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Thank you. And now we're going to turn it white. With the inhale and the next exhale, turn it white.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Thank you. And now we're going to seal it. We're going to take that area in our ear where that golden triangle once was, and we're going to just tap it with our golden magic fairy wand. This is a golden wand, and we just had a surgery. So just imagine that this is sealing up the surgery and protecting that area where that mass once was attached to your ear. And now we freed up everything that was blocking that.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. And just breathe into that new energy of being heard. As you just allow healing to flow through every cell, organ, action, function in your body. As we slowly come back into the body, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can slowly open your eyes. How do you feel?
I feel good. Refreshed.
Beautiful. You're such a big, beautiful, bright soul. It's so cool to reconnect with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, guys, that was it. That is Psychic Surgery Technique 101. It says
That was
easy.
really, really beautiful. Danielle, you processed very, very easily. It was light, an absolute delight. So it's, I'm having an ear thing going on there. I would recommend that you connect with Ellen and let her do some more on that. There's some information that's coming through, and Ellen has several other fascinating techniques that she could help you with that. And I loved what you said in the beginning about, you're taking a look at what it is that you don't want to hear. Look to see if there are some words that have been spoken to you that were hard to hear.
Yeah.
Great work, lady. Really beautiful.
In another class that I took from Lynn, it was really cool. We do this thing called clean slate, and we clear all of our trigger words. And I was thinking, well, I don't know how many trigger words I have. So I started writing them down, and then I realized I have a lot more than, once you start writing one, the floodgates open. And yeah, it was like debt, rent, bills, cancer, society, just everything.
Wife, children, marriage. It's all
Yeah.
there. It's all there.
And so we clear each word. That's another class. That's class level 2. So it's really good when you open all this up. You just keep shining your bright light. I see Laura Lee is writing something. Her ear is kind of pinching. Yeah, that's cool. So does anyone have any questions or comments or anything? Maybe we can unmute or raise our hands or cleansed. I don't know. Should we? Priyanka, can you unmute cleansed? He's just talking, but he doesn't know we can't hear him.
I
Okay, there
believe,
you go.
I believe I'm confirming all the questions that came through my phone. My question for mostly you ladies, and I see there's a gentleman at the bottom, but unfortunately my holographic projection is over the top of his head. Ladies, has this changed and transpired your lives simultaneously while you're interacting with the others? And what I mean by that is, have you had a sense of how we're all interconnected on such a foundational level that when one is receiving the aspect of saying green triangle, I was like, badass, that's healing. Like that's a healing board came through of a trilogy of assemblages in geometry, but feels like something we don't understand. And when we begin to talk about it with each other, are the rest of us having the same experiences? In the same way of unfolding through these actions through another, we're also acting and reacting as well. And I would just want to, my question was, is anybody really sensing that? Because that's really critical, the inseparability of all this. There you go. Yeah.
Absolutely. And when I was working on her, that's why I said, oh man, everyone has to breathe this one in, because it really is a collective of all of us not being heard or seen.
And you guys have to understand, on some random day, 11 of us are magnetized and drawn here. And I acknowledge Keston. Hi, Keston. I don't think we got to say hi to you.
Oh, man, Keston's there?
Yep.
Yeah. That's
There's the gentleman. Cool.
So if we're brought here, there's a place where our souls have resonance with each other. We came for the healing. We came for the presence. We came for the love. And as Danielle went through that with Ellen, it impacts and affects all of us. Like our soul codes are embedded with each other. So Brian, thank you so much for bringing that up, baby. Absolutely. And it's funny, I felt it in the ear. So did Laura Lee. Laura's empath. So absolutely.
Cool.
So
Jesus said,
doing the 11 healing.
Say again, Ellen?
I said, thank you, Danielle, for clearing all of our hearings.
Yeah. Jesus said, he's like, we need 1 million teachers. And like, all right, I'll get right on that. And I think in my life, I probably taught like, 1,200 people that, over the years. So I am thrilled and delighted to have people like Ellen and Claire and Jill who are out there doing this work with people. There's another woman in our community, Deborah, and she will literally walk up to someone and have conversations, kind of like Teresa Caputo in the supermarket, not talking to your dad, but is, can I take you through a simple process? When you can do something as simple as just finding out the somatic aspects, the body related aspects, like the shape, the color, the size, texture, temperature, weight, this is such a powerful tool because it literally transmutes darkness into light. So Danielle, if you could just breathe into how you feel now compared to where you started to where you feel now, would you say that you feel lighter?
I think I do with the breathing, and I'm listening more to the white noise in my ear. It's like I always hear like this noise, if that makes sense. So I guess I'm just listening to that, and maybe if I keep doing that, it'll get clearer and clearer and it'll go away.
All energy is information, and it has intelligence behind it and has something that it wants to communicate to you. So if you begin to have a dialogue with it, almost as a distinct and separate entity, and you begin to ask it, what is it that you want? Who are you? You'll be fascinated. Yeah. When did it connect to you? Why is it here? Is it here to teach you? And again, reconnect with Ellen, because Ellen's got a few tricks up her sleeve that'll be really, really handy. So Ellen, thank you. I love you. That was gorgeous. I want to thank all of you who came today. Ellen and Claire are going to be teaching a class that's what I consider my cornerstone class. I have 7 that I teach in a year. And Jesus said, it's time to, teach the teachers. It's time to have people, go out and start doing this. And it's something that Ellen and Claire and Jill and a few others are actually going to be doing, as businesses for themselves. So it is my absolute delight and honor to have you all here. I thank you. Priyanka or Laura Lee, if you guys would be willing to drop the link. If you guys want to come, there's 6 techniques that we teach: psychic surgery, clearing the clairs. It opens up your clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. And what that allows you to do is actually raise your frequency and get closer to God. It helps transmute the darkness into light. And then we teach people how to read the Akashic records. When your clairs are open, you can go on this incredible soul's journey into the Akash. And then we teach you how to do past life and future life and simultaneous lives, going in and actually looking at where you where patterns began, where you have issues, why they're there, what the soul contract was, and to kind of reclaim yourself in that. And then we teach you 2 really sweet techniques. One's that's incident handling for trauma, and then holodyne handling, about taking energies that have attached themselves to you with your permission. And I just dropped a video about that in the class last night. I found it on TikTok at like 12:30 at night. I'm addicted to TikTok, I must say. And I'm not willing to give up that addiction, not yet anyway. But anything that comes to us can only come through a vibrational resonance. So we're not a victim to anything. And I know that's a very adult conversation to have with people, but these are the kind of things that we teach. So if you want to have 2 extraordinary women who are going to be doing this class together, hit up the link. We have payment plans available for you. We will not let money deter anybody from receiving this training. So Ellen, any final words? Claire, anything you want to say? This is Claire.
Yeah, I'd like to introduce Claire. Can she?
Yeah.
And I want to say one thing. Claire and I have been working with each other, raising our own skill set and clearing, and we have had some magical rides. That is for sure. So I have this new spirit guide that showed up, and his name is Mordecai. And he came forward when Claire was doing some work with me. And now Mordecai is like, hey, I got some information. It's like this old Jewish dude. It's super cool, but he's a scholar through all time. So I'm sure in this class, Mordecai is going to show up. And Claire met her higher self and got her higher self name. We both did. It was really cool. So Claire, take it away for a few minutes, and then I'll say some closing words.
Yeah, I'm really excited to teach. I've been teaching people individually for a while, and it's gone beautifully. And hopefully I made all my mistakes then. And now we'll bring in a beautiful group of people who get to work together. And I think that's the gift of joining Soma Life, is you get to meet more of your soul family and people who you can feel it as soon as you meet them. And you get to learn that you have this bond, and you grow together, and you cry together, and you discover these deeper truths within yourself together. And it's such a beautiful, unique relationship. I've never had this type of relationship like I do at Soma with any other people. And just being so close to Lynn and all of her gifts, it mirrors to us exactly what is within us. And so she's bringing us to these higher and higher and deeper levels. So it's just magical. I wish it for the whole world to experience this.
Thank you, babe. Me too.
Thank you, Claire. I wanted to add, when Lynn was first telling me about her school, I've known Lynn like as a friend for a really long time. And I'm like, you go, girl. And I didn't realize, like, I heard of Akashic Records, but I didn't realize that I could do it. I thought it was just only special people could do it, shamans. When you know that you can do it, and then you can read your own records, and then you can start doing it for other people, it's really super cool. So this is for everyone. The time is now, and we are all special and unique. We just have to say yes, and the information is out there and it's available, and we're going to be teaching you how to do it.
And I want to let you guys know that Jesus has a big hand in this, and people are like, oh, Jesus, Christianity. And, he says, that's not my book and those aren't my buildings. He is, he's Jewish. So is his mother, by the way. I remember the first time someone said to me, Mother Mary's Jewish. And I'm like, wait, what? Like my little mind went, whew, like it blew all of my Catholicism, all that training. ISIS, in a book called the Sophia Code, says what is known as modern day Kabbalah, which is something that I ended up studying. After I found out that I had 38% Jewish blood, I'm like, wait, what? She said that what is taught in Kabbalah was what was taught in the ancient temples of Egypt, that is known as modern day Kabbalah. So much of this wisdom, it's not of this century. It's like Egypt and Atlantis and off Earth. This is stuff that comes from the Arcturians. So if your soul is somehow drawn to this, and you want to be a part of it, and you want a community that's just going to love you, Astro agrees. That's my big Astro, letting me know that he's walked back into the room. Come and play with us, because we love you. My business partner, James, who I started Soma with 6 years ago, the tagline that we came up with, we said, it's Soma, we love all of you, welcome home. And that's really what it feels like. That line still makes me cry. Yeah. So I thank you for being here on this random Sunday, from here in New York, to those of you in California and wherever you are across the country, including Canada. We love our Canadian friends. Both Laura Lee and Priyanka are in Canada.
You're Canadian too? Cool.
I know. They're both so adorable. I literally couldn't make it through the days without them. Thank you. I love you. And we're here and we're available always. Ellen, thank you for today. Claire, I love you. Jill.